Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to
The Cypher.
The Cypher.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to The Cypher. Yo, we got OllyaWood and Joseph Lee today. And we got... How you doing, Joseph? How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing good, but I could be doing better if Paul was here. Paul, where you at?
Yeah, man. Paul, bro. But unfortunately, we didn't get Paul today. Gotta get these interviews out. Gotta showcase these artists. And one artist we got today, he goes by the name of Mutari. How you doing, Mutari?
What's going on, people? I'm doing great. I'm all right. I'm doing good.
Yeah, and
yeah. I'm alive.
How do your day been?
I got up like not too long ago. I'm actually at my mom's crib for all my Canadians. So she lives in Curtis. Most people don't know where that is. That's just like east of Oshawa, the town next over. So I'm just here for the day, chilling. Just got up not too long ago.
Do you live in Toronto?
Yeah.
Yeah, I live in Toronto. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I live uptown.
And speaking... Oh, true. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then speaking of MOMMA, you just released your new single, right?
Yeah, that song, we put that out, I still remember, end of May of 2020. When like this Corona shit was like the first lockdown, basically, like when shit was still like fresh and everyone was like freaking out and shit. And like, that's when I put it out.
Yeah.
And I had like no expectations, and it's my top track as of today. So crazy.
Yeah.
I saw on Spotify alone, it had like almost like 260,000 like streams. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. It's we just passed 20,000 downloads, bro. I've never done anything like that at all, bro. Like, it's literally insane, bro.
That's dope, man.
It's a nice.
And for all people who don't know you, what would you describe yourself as? Are you an artist? Are you like a musician? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I guess the best way to, like, I'm both an artist and musician, but like, I guess like the best way to put it, I'm just entertainer. I guess like I do, whether it's like, music, whether it's performing, whether it's dancing, whether just like the whole creative. I just love being creative. Expressing myself by being creative is the best way to put it, I guess.
Yeah.
Growing up, did you have like a music? Sorry, my bad, bro. Growing up, did you have like a musical background where you maybe your parents introduced you to like an instrument like piano or the drums or whatnot?
Yeah, that's crazy you asked that. I actually have, like, no one else in my family is into music. It was kind of something I just picked up at a young age. And like, it's something that was always a part of me, like I've always known I wanted to make music, like ever since I was like, 10, 9 years old. I wrote my first song at 12 years old. So it's always been a part of me, but I don't know where I got it from, like no one else in my family makes music, which is it's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah. And growing up, did you have anyone that you kind of like looked up to in terms of like how you kind of structured your music or your sound even?
So I always tell people, so when people always ask me like, oh, like how'd you come up with that sound, or like we like the fact that you play with bands and incorporate instruments and all that. And like the reason why, like my biggest influence and the reason why I'm the artist I am, I always tell people this, I was in a band in high school called Diversity. And it was a pop rock band. And that was like my first time, like kind of getting introduced to, like entertaining and performing and creating music with live instruments. And ever since then, it's just always been a part of my music. So I always, like some people have like, the biggest artists in the world or like whoever as their biggest influence. Like I always tell people my biggest influence is my high school band. That's like, that really shaped the kind of artist I am today.
Okay.
Growing
Yeah.
up,
And, like-
were your parents like were your parents and family very supportive of, you know, your decisions to become like an entertainer or a musician and artist, or were they kind of, you know?
That's a good question. I'll be honest. So they weren't. No, they weren't. So growing up, I actually grew up in a single parent household. But yeah, like my mom is like, you know, old school, like African parents, you know, like gotta go to university, get that, you know, like those type of parents, old school parents. So it was it was always like, oh my God, sorry for that. Shut the fuck up. It was always no, oh my goodness, it's acting up right now. Okay. We were always crashing, you know. It's like definitely could have been more supportive, but I understand why, you know. But like now she is, you know. This was like when I was younger and like growing up and still living at home and stuff.
So how did you really get your mother to like support like your musical path and stuff?
Like she basically, by giving her no choice, like I just kept doing what I wanted. Like, you know, and like parents, they have no choice but to, you know, love you unconditionally. So eventually, like she's like accepted it. She's like, okay, clearly this is something he really wants to do. You know, I've tried everything, you know, like nothing was able to, you know, take me off that path. So yeah.
So like, if you weren't doing music now, what do you think you'd be doing?
If I wasn't doing music?
If you weren't doing music the way you're doing music now, what do you think? What other path do you think you'd
like
be
like
right
outside of music? If I wasn't doing music, or are you asking if I wasn't like playing with the band?
If you weren't an artist, like if you weren't making your own songs and making your own like lyrics and all, the whole escaping envelope.
Wait, my bad. That didn't come through. Like, if I wasn't, sorry, say that one more time.
If you weren't like an artist, if you weren't an artist that kind of made their own songs, play with a band, kind of the whole scope of what an artist is, what else do you think you'd be doing?
I'd probably be an athlete. Like, so growing up, it was between music and sports. Like I was a really good athlete, specifically basketball and football. And I made a decision because I came to a point where I'm like, okay, like I gotta pick. If I really want to go far in either of these, you know, I gotta really commit myself. And I chose music. Yeah. So if it wasn't music, I'd be playing basketball or football somewhere out of college probably right now.
True. Yeah. So what was a deciding factor that kind of led you to decide music over sports?
Like I said, like music's always been a part of my life ever since I can remember, you know? So it wasn't really that hard of a decision. Like, I mean, like it hurt, you know, like not playing sports competitively anymore. But I always, like I said, like ever since I was like literally a little kid, like I knew not even this is what I want to do. This is what I'm supposed to do, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And like going through, you said you live like kind of close by Oshawa, right?
My mom does.
So what? Okay.
Yeah, I grew up in.
Okay. Yeah. So what was like the music scene, or kind of what was like that kind of music journey of you getting to where you were, or in terms of like gaining that experience and stuff? Did you go to like a school for that, or was it more of like a side thing that you did?
So Bluetooth mode. Okay, I'm just gonna have to turn these lights off if it keeps talking, bro. Like, shut up. All right, no lights, man. Fuck it. But so sorry, I got a little distracted. You want to ask that again?
Okay.
How was the music scene? How was the music scene where I was?
Yeah, how was the music scene like growing up and like kind of getting that experience that you needed to be
and
really
you
well?
asked if I went to school for it and stuff. So a little, yes and no about going to school for it. So like I went to a regular high school, but I was in the music program. Like that's actually where I made my first band, my high school band. We were all in the same like music class and stuff, but I didn't go to school to the same extent that my band members right now, Eric, the saxophone player, and Colin, the drummer, they actually go to Humber, which is considered, so it's basically like, you know, Schulich in business. Yeah. That's like basically what they're doing for music. It's the best program in Canada and one of the best in North America. So I didn't go to music school like they did, but I was still like in a music class and stuff. Yeah.
Do you think to excel in your field, do you think it's like do you think it's mandatory to kind of, you know, go through like a proper education system like that society kind of has on you? Like, you know, for example, if you want to become a good filmmaker, you have to go to film school and this and that. Like, do you think it's like necessary to follow a traditional path to become a successful musician?
Not at all. Not at all. It's not necessary. Is it helpful? It can be very helpful, that's for sure. Is it necessary? Not at all, because even in my team, my videographer, Sixception, we went to high school together, actually. He didn't go to school for videography, for any of that stuff, and he's an amazing videographer. So, and I'm sure there's, you know, a lot of cases like that as well. Even me, for example, the way I learned how to like, because I record myself a lot of the times, so the way I learned how to record and engineer and all that stuff, like I didn't go to school. It was all online, but it can be helpful in the sense that the guys that you're going to school with, like chances are like a lot of these guys are going to be doing something after school, you know? And if you network properly and stay in touch with them, that's how it can be helpful, I feel. And obviously like the stuff you learn too, it's helpful, but I feel like you can get that knowledge without going to school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we see with your sound where you include like a live band in your recordings and songs. And we see other artists like Masego who kind of do the similar
that's
thing
crazy.
as well.
Yeah, it's crazy you mentioned Masego.
So let me see. Do you have like an artist that you kind of look up to, or do you kind of have like a sound that you kind of want to kind of not follow along, but kind of like structure yourself that
Nah. I'm creating my own sound. That's what we do in the ForeignSound. You know what I mean? Very proud of that. That's like one thing I take pride in. Like I really don't want to, like obviously everyone has influences, right? But I don't want to, you know, try to copy another sound. Like, I don't know. I'm all about, like, I want to create something fresh, especially here in Toronto. Like, I honestly don't think anybody's making the type of music we're making, you know, like, especially like in the league that we're playing in, like because I'm still considered for some reason, like, I don't know if it's the way I dress or I don't know what, I'm still considered an urban artist, you know, which I don't really feel like I make urban music. Like if you actually listen to the music, it doesn't really, you know, but I feel like if you put me side to side with those artists in that category, no one's doing it the way we're doing it, you know?
Yeah.
So what is your genre really classified as?
And so like,
the ForeignSound. It's a new genre.
Jeez.
Okay, no, but on some real shit though, on a real note, what I always tell people is, if you get a blender, right? In that blender, you put hip hop, you put rock, you put pop, you put soul, you put jazz, funk, a little bit of electronic, you know. jazz. Don't forget the jazz, and you blend it up, pour it out. That's what we make. It's we take different elements from different pieces and put it together, and that creates something new. It's like if you take the color red and you take the color blue, you have a new color, purple, right? So it's the same thing with music.
Okay. Yeah.
So what was your choice of again, like you said, missing all these like genres and pop, rock, soul. Like what was your decision process like to mix up all these genres and create your own genre?
So it wasn't even like it was just my life path led me to that, like because I was in a pop rock band in high school. That's where I got the pop rock elements from, because I grew up listening to R&B music and a little bit of hip hop. That's where I got that from, because my bandmates, like two of them are jazz and rock primarily musicians. That's where I get that side of things from. It's just my whole path, everything that, has led up to this point is the reason my music sounds the way it does. It was never that I need to make music that sounds like this. It was kind of always subconsciously, without really any effort thinking about it. It was all natural,
Okay, yeah, respect.
Yeah. And so, including that kind of live band aspect to your music, is there like a certain balance that you want to go with it, like where you have like a lot of like hip hop kind of aesthetics in this one, and then you have like more of like
for sure,
aesthetic.
That's something we actually do. So in all our songs, there's always instruments. The band is in every song, but like you mentioned, like some songs are a little more hip hop sounding. Some songs are a little more electronic sounding. Some songs, are a little more R&B sounding, but still with like the influences from the other genres, but just for example, my song Miss You, I don't know if you've heard of it. That song, if you listen to that song, it sounds like an electronic house music song, right? But with the band over top of it as well too. But if you listen to a song like Mama, that's more like a R&B, neo soul, jazz type of song, So
yeah. Okay. Yeah, and since does that play into your kind of albums that you release here and there?
Like, I've never put out a project yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How soon are you expecting or thinking about releasing a new album or a debut album?
So like it's in the works, but there's no I'm even when I finish it, like if the time's not right, I'm not gonna put it out. It's all about timing, So I feel like, for example, like I don't want to put out a project that like blood, sweat, and tears into, all this hard work into, and then I put it out and no one listens to it. You know what I mean? Or people just listen to a few songs. I want to put out a project when like fans are literally going crazy and want me to drop one. Like, so I gotta and we're just releasing singles and building up that momentum until it gets to that point where the demand is here. Here you go. Here's the project. Because I feel like it's different when you're an established artist and then you're an artist trying to make it. Like if you're an artist that's already established, you can put out a project whenever you want. Like people are gonna listen. But I feel like I still gotta solidify my name a little more before putting something out, a project.
For sure. Okay, definitely. And with your journey as an artist, as you continue to grow with your sound and the different tastes that you decide to include into a song, what's one of the main goals you have as an artist?
One of my main goals as an artist, I just want to inspire people and show people that you can really do what you want to do and defy the odds, because like my man, like if I had listened to people, like I would not be anywhere near where I am right now, you know, even including my own family, you know. So I just want to inspire people. I just want to make people feel any kind of emotion through my music, whether it's sad, whether it's happy, just as long as my music makes you feel some sort of emotion, it's working, you know, and that's all I want to do.
For sure.
If you could collaborate with one artist in the game, you know, from any genre, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Dead or alive? Like,
that's a wide range.
Does it have to be an artist or can it be a producer?
It can be anybody, bro.
Okay, I'll name two people, and and they'd have to work on the same song. With it. I would want Timbaland and Pharrell have like been idols of mine like forever, man. I think those are like two of the best. Man, they make some groovy ass shit, man. Like especially if they work together on a joint, like that's the collaboration I would want. Like Timbaland and Pharrell, and then me and my band doing our thing over the beat. You know, they give us. I feel like we make some crazy, funky, groovy shit.
I feel you.
Yeah.
and like you just spoke about how you kind of work with beats and your live band.
Sorry?
Like you just spoke about how you work with your live band and beats.
Yeah, so that's actually
what's the process?
That's actually our process. Yeah. So our music is a mixture of computerized beats and live instruments. And then that's how we make our music. We mix the two. Cause that way, you know, you get get best of both worlds that way, you know?
So like in that process, is there like one that comes before the other usually? Or is it just
it's
whichever comes
like
first?
8 times out of 10, it's usually the beat that comes first. And then like we'll get like a basic beat and then we build around that beat with live instruments. That's usually our process.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, true. And like, just shifting gears a bit. You said originally you grew up in Oshawa, right?
Nah, I've never grown up in Oshawa. I have nothing to do with Oshawa. I'm just here because my mom has a house here. No offense, like no disrespect to Oshawa, but like.
Yeah. So you grew up in Toronto then?
Oh, okay, right? Quick breakdown. So I'm from Cameroon. I was born in Germany, Berlin. I lived in Berlin. And then I came to Canada for elementary school.
Okay.
Yeah, Toronto.
And so, do you think that kind of journey from going from Cameroon to Berlin to Canada kind of almost not I mean you were young then, but then do you think that kind of experience kind of added on to your perspective as an artist?
Like even if I can't directly remember, I'm sure subconsciously, like everything in life affects you subconsciously. Like your brain stores things that you don't even know it's storing, you know what I mean? So like I definitely do feel like that played in a part with how I see music, how I hear music, how I create music. Even if I can't exactly tell you how, just, I don't know, I'm sure subconsciously in some way it has an effect.
For sure. Definitely. Let's see.
So I just want to kind of shift gears for a sec. So I want to talk about like, you know, your fashion, your hair and whatnot. What inspires your character, man? You know what I mean?
That's tough, man. Like, okay, I've always wanted to, like, in everything I do, whether it's sports, music, my fashion, whatever it is I'm doing, I never wanted to be like the next person, you know? I've always wanted to, I don't know, be different. But I can't, like, my hair, like, it's weird, bro. Like, I literally had a vision one day. It sounds weird, but I had a vision. I had a vision one day, like years ago, before I had like long hair. And the vision was, wait, what the fuck is that noise? Do you guys hear that?
What is that?
No.
Okay, cool. But the vision basically was like, yo, I want to grow dreadlocks and long hair, and when my hair is long enough, I want to like tie it up like this. I didn't see it anywhere. I didn't like, no one inspired me to do this. Like, I still haven't met anyone with hair like this. Like, it was literally just, it came in my head, and I'm like, okay, I'm growing dreadlocks. And I actually did grow my hair. It took some time, and then once it was finally long enough, I just did it, and it worked out. It looked exactly how I pictured it. It's crazy. Do you sleep like that? No, I could no. I could take it down, no problem. I could take it down for sure. A lot of people think I have like chopsticks or bamboo shit in here, but it's only hair ties, nothing inside.
It's all natural.
Yeah. But yeah, I can take it down for sure. I always do.
Ollie, have you ever thought about considering like Mutari's hair, bro?
About what?
about doing it for my
Hey man.
Man.
Hey, like I said, man.
I'm not sure if I can.
Listen, like I said, all I want to do is inspire, man. So if that inspires you to do it, man, go ahead, man.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I could pull it off or not. Let me see.
Yeah, I was a bold
Joe, you could probably do it, Joe.
Get the fuck! I'm Asian, bro. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get out of here with that.
Yeah. Mutari, just from your perspective and journey as an artist, do you think that kind of outlook has changed your? I mean, even though you started from when you were 12 to where you are now, do you think that perspective of an artist has changed your outlook
on life? Yeah, it has, because I've seen firsthand the power of music on both sides, right? Like, the reason why I made my first song at 12 years old is because, like, yo, literally, like, my dad one day just fucking bounced and left the country, never seen him since, you know what I mean? Like, and that was what got me to write my first song. I remember I just played a beat, and I was just like, I didn't even know I was writing a song. I was just writing my emotions and shit. And then, yeah, it turned into a song. And then on the other side, I've seen how my music affects people, you know? Like, I've had people message me, telling me all these things, saying how, yeah, you don't know how much I fuck with this song. Hold on. Can I go on mute for a sec? 1 second.
Yeah, no worries.
Holy shit. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Okay. Sorry.
You were saying?
Oh yeah, I was just saying, like, yeah, I've seen on both sides, as the artist and as the consumer, how music can be powerful and really help you get through situations or bring your mood up, or, you know, like, all these different things. It's really powerful if you use it in the right way. It can also be very.
What does your lyric writing process look like?
Use it in the wrong way. Sorry?
What is your lyric writing process like? Fuck, I'm stumbling over my words. When you write your lyrics and stuff, what is that process like for you?
I'll usually, like, it's different each time, but for the most part, I guess, like, I'll just play a beat and kind of just close my eyes, and, like, I know it might sound weird or I don't know, but, like, I don't really. It's not like I'm sitting there and, like, the words kind of just come to me, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's I'll play a beat, and then I don't know. It just comes. I really don't know how to explain it. It just comes to me, man. Like I honestly don't know.
Because I saw your story, and one of your lyrics was, "Didn't see what's really missed until you started bringing it. All the love songs make sense when you're living it." Bro.
That was actually that's a hard lyric, but that wasn't my bar. That was so Jason Alexander is the rapper in the group. So in that song, I'm the one singing the chorus, and those were actually his lyrics. Shout out Jason, fire lyrics though. What was it? Didn't taste all the love song. Didn't see what's missing. Wait, what was it?
Didn't see what's really missed until you started bringing it. All the
love songs make sense when you live in it, and that's real shit.
Jason,
that's real cool. Nah, yeah, he's shout out Jason, man. So let me introduce you guys to the rest of the band. So yeah, Jason Alexander, he's like the DJ, MC, rapper. Like, I honestly think he's like the hardest rapper in the city, man. Like, he can rap. Like, that's like, he can rap. Like, he go freestyle for like, until you tell him to stop. Like, he's nice. So we have him. And then we have Colin Hassel. And by the way, Jason, it's crazy how we met. You guys know what Frosh Week is, right?
Yeah.
So he was my Frosh leader when I was a Frosh.
Oh shit.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and then fast forward, we're here fucking creating this magic together. But and then we have Colin Hassel, who is the drummer, also plays guitar, piano. And then we have Eric Wong, saxophone player, also plays flute, bass, piano. And then we got David Drab, the photographer, and Sixception, who I also went to high school with, the videographer. So we got like a whole team. We've been working for a little while now. And yeah, I love my team, proud of my team. These guys, I don't know where I'd be without these guys. Because as much as I'll take the credit for what I'll take the credit for, credit has to go to these guys too, because they put in a lot of work.
Yeah.
How old are you?
For sure.
Yeah. I'm 25. I'm a 95 baby.
Damn, bro. So you're young. Like, sure. So like, what does the future hold for you, bro? Like, what plans do you have ahead of you?
So yeah, man, just go to the top with this music, and then once I'm able to do that with the music, I want to expand like more than music, like into the future. If I'm looking into the future when I'm already like established and everything, like I wanna do stuff for where I came from. I wanna, like I said, inspire kids. I actually have it written in this book. I'll show you, bro. I'm not even lying, bro. I wake up every morning and every night I read this shit, manifest this shit, bro. But let me show you guys. How do I change my camera? Oh, okay. So here, like literally, I will put together a program that helps children and youth who want to create art but don't have the means to financially. I will inspire and motivate a whole generation.
Damn,
like that's what I want to do. This shit. So yeah, man, that's my plans. Like it's more than the music, but the music is what's gonna get me there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that. And like just bringing it back to when you were talking about your first song. Is there ever a moment where you feel like you need to pull back emotionally into a song?
No, never. Never. I feel if anything, the more emotion I can get, the better. That's when the real music comes. I feel music, good music. Like literally the form, good music, a big reason for good music is emotions and feeling. Whether that emotion is happy, sad, angry, if that song is coming from an emotion, chances are it's going to be a good song. because it's real. It's you're being genuine.
Yeah.
You're being, you know.
Mm-hmm. I feel you. And like, have the songs you've released and the work and the content that you put out, has it ever changed the perspective of the people around you, or how they look at you, or how
I mean,
they
I guess that's a
with
question you gotta ask them. Like,
True.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know how people see me.
Mm. Yeah, so I just want to ask you about your name. Mutari is your actual name, right?
Nah.
Your nah?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I could. So, Mutari is actually, so it's Latin for to be different or to go through a change.
Mm.
That's what Mutari means. That's why I chose the name.
Okay.
Yeah.
True. Okay. So, what's your actual name then?
Oh, no, I'm joking. My actual name. My actual name is Yannick. Yannick, je parle français. It's a French name. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
True. Okay.
So for
like
literally like 95%. Like, yo, most people don't know my name still, but if you watch this interview, there it is.
Hey, okay. Yeah. I thought Mutari was your actual name this whole time.
Nah.
I've like known you for like a year now.
I saw that you also follow Richard. Do you guys have connections? Do you guys friends?
Which Richard?
Richard Marshall.
Oh, shout out Richard. Yeah. I swear that's how I know Ali, you know?
Yeah. I met you on that one day at Rice.
Yeah. He's good peoples, man.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah. And I had a question, but then let me see. Like, I feel like I know the answer to this question already, but I had to ask it. Do you think you'll be signed to a label? Like,
no, I don't want to. Yeah.
Why? Yeah, I figured that answer, but
you know, obviously, like you know, if I get like my lawyers and like if the deal is like no doubt about it, the right deal, then maybe. But like I'm not here like, oh, I'm trying to sign. Like I'm working as I'm building my brand independently. Like I want to be independent. Yeah.
And I think we've seen a lot of artists, especially the ones we've had on here, and a lot more like the new generation of artists. We've seen them kind of go off on their own individual path. You know, like they don't want to be connected to a label.
Here's the thing, man. Sorry to cut you off. Here's the thing.
No
in
worries.
2020, man, I honestly feel like it's not necessary to have a label. Like we have everything we need to be successful without a label. Like maybe like, you know, in 2000, 2001, 1990s, you know, maybe back then. But now, bro, like we can't emphasize on need. We don't need a label, you know? Yeah.
I feel you.
You know, I want to talk about some stuff like due to COVID-19, you know, you see a lot of people getting laid off and a lot of people getting, you know, affected financially. Has being, you know, like under lockdown and in quarantine, like has that like affected you financially or like business wise?
No, because the I'm still making the same amount of money I was making. Like, thank God I wasn't really affected by it. But business wise, like, no, not really. Like, to be honest, it actually, I'm doing better. Like I said, we dropped MOMMA like mid pandemic, like, you know, like the first lockdown that we had. And that's the best performing track. Like, actually, I want to speak on this a little. Like, so if you go back, anyone who's known me, like even from last year, knows that like all these fans that you're seeing on my story, like in Brazil, Mexico, wherever around the world and shit. Like this is all new. This is all new since COVID. Like that's what I'm saying. Like COVID is a blessing in disguise for me. Like ever since COVID, man, like we have fans in Brazil now. We got fans posting shit in Mexico, doctors, but like it's crazy, and it's all been since COVID. Like before that, like none of this was here. So like I can honestly, I can't really say COVID has, you know, if anything, it's been a positive on the music side of things.
Yeah.
You gonna do a world tour soon or what, bro?
And like
as soon as I'm able to, listen, if I could travel, like if COVID wasn't a thing, and I would honestly like go to Mexico. Like we have like fans in Mexico and Brazil. Like it's crazy. I don't know how, but like it's shout out the fans. Shout out all the fans, but like the fans in Brazil and Mexico, we see you.
It's our ForeignSound, yeah.
Can you speak some Portuguese for us?
Yo, honestly, I actually started learning a little bit of Portuguese, like, you know, little words and like little sentences here and there, only because I've been using translator to communicate with the fans. So I've been learning like a little Spanish, a little Portuguese, because you know I wanna be able to message them in their language, get on that personal level, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've just been using translator and shit, but it works fine. Like, they understand what I'm saying. We go back and forth. I use translator to translate what they say. It works fine.
What would you say your biggest tip is to like an upcoming artist, you know, that has like a very little following, but you know, he's got talent, he works hard. Like what would you say like your number one tip is for those guys?
The only way you don't make it is if you stop. That's it. And also, so like listen to the voice inside you and don't really focus on the voices in your ear, you know? Like do whatever it is you're doing, do it because it's what you want to do. You know what I mean? And the only way you don't make it is the day you stop doing it. Like you hear, like, man, like for example, one of the biggest artists in the world right now, Russ, and independent too. Independently, he's one of the biggest artists. It took him 10 years before he blew up. He was making music for 10 years, like every year making music for 10 years, and then he blew up. So if he had stopped 9 years, he wouldn't have made it, you know? So you don't make it the moment you stop.
And just shifting topics a bit, going back to the type of music or just the approach to music you have with live bands and stuff. From your perspective, what's the attraction that people have towards it? Because we see people like we mentioned before, Masego and other people who have used like live bands into music.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I can only speak for myself, and for me, it's just always been a part of what I do. You know, it's what I know. It's been, you know, it's just always been. From the first time I started making music, it's just always been a part of me. Like, I don't know how to explain it, man. Like and I feel like you're more connected with the music, you know? Like, I don't know. There's just something about instrument. Even when you're watching a show live and it's a band, it's just more intimate. And, you know, like you feel more, the connection is there. A connection that you wouldn't really feel with only computerized beats, you know? I don't know. That's just how I feel.
Yeah. I feel that. Okay. And so you talked about how you were planning to wait for the right moment to release your albums and projects down the line. So with your singles and stuff, I know we talked about this off through text and stuff. When's your next single coming out?
So we're actually shooting the video for it on Tuesday. It's called PLO, so Pretty Little Lady, or PLO. So we're shooting on Tuesday. I would say in around a month, more or less, around that timeline. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like.
Wait, is that the song you posted in the story?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for that one. So it's gonna be fucking steamer, bro.
I appreciate that, homie.
Yeah. And that was gonna say. Yeah. Okay. And with your approach to releasing albums at the right time and releasing singles when you feel it's at the right time, do you think each year that you make these like songs or singles that those are kind of in some fashion kind of like your year collective of albums or songs?
No, because when I make a project, I want it to make sense. You know, I don't just want to put a bunch of songs on it and call it an album. You know, so what like the songs, when you're listening to it on the actual project, you'll know that okay, like this song is supposed to be on this. You know, like I want to put like, you know, more thought into it, and really I feel like when you work on an album, it's more than working on a song. I feel like there has to be a concept. There has to be like a theme, you know, like I feel, because it's like, it's the next step up from a song. So, you know, you got to go a little harder, right?
For sure. Yeah. And Joe, if you don't have another question, then I'll ask one more and then we can move on to the next segment.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah? Okay. If you could summarize 2020 into one album title, what would you name it?
Roller Coaster.
Roller Coaster. Okay. I like that.
Roller Coaster.
And who would you feature on
it? It's been up and down, man. That's it.
But like, okay, yeah,
for 2020 for me or 2020 for the people? Because 2020 for me is a little bit of a different experience. Like, it's been a roller coaster, but like personally, it's also been it's been the best year for me musically. Especially the second half.
Yeah, I mean, I think a roller coaster is a good definition of what 2020 is for a lot of people too. Yeah, because people have had their lows and their highs.
Exactly. You know?
Yeah. Cool. But then we'll move on to the Genius segment, where we get to kind of get your creative insight to the songs that you created. And the song that we will select is MOMMA.
Okay, let's go.
Hey. Okay. So I will play MOMMA for us, and for everyone who's listening to this podcast right now, you can listen to it on Spotify at Mutari.
Yes, sir.
On Spotify. Yeah. Okay, I'll share it right now, and then we can listen.
See, mama knows I'ma be a great, yeah. See, mama knows I gotta be patient. I don't really have no time for no hater. And if you're trying to knock me down, I'll see you later. I'ma show you what I'ma do. Mama ain't raised no fool. Mama taught me that this world is cruel. So mama, this is all for you. I don't know how you raise us on your own, but I promise I'm gonna take you around the globe. Remember when I was young up in our home, we never always had food on the stove. I'm running my machine and dinner, then listen, I'm feeling my shine, and you know not missing. This for the time she was up in the kitchen. This for the time she been leaving my vision. Mama, I'm on my way up, and I'm gonna get it right. I just hope you live me alive, 'cause right now is the perfect time. mama knows that I've been working on the road and won't stop till I get her diamonds and the gold. That's why every day I'm working 2 jobs on the grind and I come back to the studio from 9 to 5. But you know about putting so much work into your feet. My wish for this mama seeing me on a t-shirt. Gotta get my mama and my sis everything they deserve. Don't care about haters talking shit up from the bleachers.
Jesus.
Hey,
That's a vibe, man. Damn. That's a vibe hearing that.
Especially the whole chorus to it.
I actually recorded
it was great.
I recorded some of it in this bedroom at my mom's place in Oshawa, actually. Yeah, I still remember.
It kind of adds to the meaning of the song, eh? Kind of adds to the name of the song. And behind the kind of the whole meaning and the name of the chorus, is this like song dedicated to your mom? I'd assume.
Yeah, it's to my mom and everybody's mom. The song is for everybody.
Mm-hmm. And like, what was the process of like getting the saxophone? What was like the kind of inspiration for the saxophone to play?
Like why did we use the saxophone?
Well, yeah, I guess in terms of like how you use the saxophone, was it more like was it more of like an add-on that you add on top of the beat, or on top of the live band, or was it something that you had before and then? Oh no,
the saxophone player, he is in the band.
Okay, yeah.
He's part of the band. Yeah. Eric Wang, shout out Eric Wang on the saxophone. Okay. But yeah, he's he was gonna be on it regardless. But also like that song, like I just felt like when I heard it, the first instrument I thought of was like, yo, we gotta record the sax on this. Like it just felt like that kind of song, you know what I mean? I just knew saxophone had to be on it. Yeah, like those vibes, like it gave me like a jazz neo soul type vibe, and like saxophone is a popular instrument in those songs.
Okay, yeah. So I guess that's what I meant by having it have the lead. I guess that's what I meant about that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like we see with this song in particular, it reached like crazy numbers, like 200,000 views on Spotify.
Yeah, man, that's crazy to me. Like I still can't believe it, man. Like the fact that 20,000 people pressed save blows my mind. Like it's fun.
I'm like,
I'm super grateful, man. Thank you guys.
And like with that kind of like response that you got from that song, is there like a, let me see. Is there like a, not necessarily a part 2, but is there like more of an interest in like making songs similar to that, or do you think you want to keep like to what?
I mean, like I feel like in terms of the sound or in terms of the topic?
I guess in terms of the sound in particular.
Yeah, there there's definitely gonna be like naturally like other songs like that, just because like, you know, we're the ones making it. So like just out of, it's not like we're never gonna go in the studio and be like, oh, we gotta make another song that sounds kind of like Mama, but naturally that will come about. For sure. I'm sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So now we will move on to Cypher. Mutari won't be freestyling, but he'll showcase one of his unreleased songs for us.
PLO,
aka Steamer.
For you guys,
pretty low lady. Steamer, I appreciate that. Y'all are listening to the rough version. By the time this is out, it's gonna sound a million times better. But you'll get the vibes on this one.
Yeah, it's good.
Is it raining where you guys are at?
Yeah, bro, it's raining. Yeah, it's raining crazy.
Yeah, fuck.
Ooh, that's all you guys. That's all we get. 30 seconds of the song.
Bro, I didn't hear it. Yo, I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it?
Man.
No, this fool is jamming music by himself, bro.
Yeah, y'all really didn't hear it?
Yeah, nah, I didn't
Yo,
hear
like,
it.
we saw you bopping your head and shit. I'm like, yo.
Okay, hold on. Let me play.
That's jokes.
Okay. Can you guys hear it now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not into the games, been through so much pain. I just need some change. Do you feel the same? Would you be my pretty little lady? Can you be my pretty little lady?
Ooh, that's all we get.
Oh, I don't know. I want some more.
That's a super teaser. That's a super teaser. Damn, bro, yo, you
a
can give
little
him
more?
a little more, bro.
Give him a little more. Come on, man.
More than that.
All right. I'll play. Let me see.
God damn, bro.
Maybe wait till like the first drop
okay.
or some shit. Just give him a little more.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll play from the top again.
Not into the games, been through so much pain. I just need some change. Do you feel the same? Would you be my pretty little lady? Can you be my pretty little lady? Not into the games, been through so much pain. I just need some change. Do you feel the same? Would you be my pretty?
That's all we get.
That's all.
No, I want some more, bro.
That's the rough version too. That's the rough version. But yeah, we're shooting a video to that on Thursday. The band's gonna be there, obviously. We got some crazy ass, beautiful, and talented dancers pulling up to that. It's gonna be a vibe. So
I'm excited to see the whole thing.
Mama? Do you think this one's gonna surpass Mama in terms of streams and?
Oh, like only the people know that, man. Here's one thing. Here's one thing I've learned about making music. You can think that one song is the one, and the people are gonna tell you it's not. You know, like it's like I thought "Miss You" was the one. You know, but when you look at the numbers and the stats, that's how you know what the people like. So I don't know. Like, I want to say it's going to do well, but the people are going to tell me which song they like best.
Yeah.
I feel you. Well, I guess we come to the end of this segment, but let's try hopping on to the fan questions and see what anything we've got. And I know I just posted right before we started the interview, so there's not too much, but I'm gonna pull up some things that we might have missed in the interview. Let's see.
Okay. No problem.
So while he pulls that up, where do you get your jewelry from, bro? Like, I fuck with your fucking like icing shit.
Respect, man. Respect. Yo, this scorpion is actually from what's that place called? It's in Toronto. It's on Queen Street. Say it again.
Cali?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What about the Cuban?
The Cuban? Yeah. Same place. Yeah, man. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you.
Okay. So one question we have is what's the weirdest place you've gotten inspiration from? Or what's the weirdest place you've gotten inspiration for a song from?
The
weirdest place.
Sorry, well, the question is, what's the realest place I've gotten
what's the
from?
weirdest place you've gotten inspiration from? Yeah.
Oh, weirdest? Oh, shit. What's the weirdest place I've gotten inspiration from? Hold on. Let me go through my songs and just remember my thought process through each one. 1 second. Okay, so we have... One second. That's a tough one. I like that question, though. Man, weirdest? Like, fuck. That's a tough one, man. Like, I'm here trying to think of, like, something weird. You know what I mean? Like, that's hard.
I feel you.
I don't know if I can answer. Like, I don't know. Like, weird. Like, my inspiration usually comes from, like I said, like, emotions. Like, so usually, like, you know, either a girl, a woman, you know, like, either winning my heart or breaking my heart, or it comes. But I don't know about weird. Like, you know,
I feel you.
That's hard.
If you could make a song.
I'm sorry. I wasn't able to answer it, but.
No worries. If you had to make a song about your life, what would you title it as?
If I had to make a song about my life,
what would you name it as?
Who wrote the rule book? I beat to the sound of my own drum.
Yeah.
Who wrote the rule book? There's no, you know, like and that applies like for everything I do in my life, but like specifically, like when I'm talking about the music, like even when you listen to the music we make, it's like, yo, we're mixing. There's a black front man and a fucking band with a Asian saxophone player and a white drummer making R&B music mixed with jazz, mixed with like, it's like, who wrote the rule book, you know? Like, and I live by that in all categories in my life, you know? It's like I said before, like, if you want to do something, do it. Like, why not? Who wrote the rule book?
I like the answer. Yeah.
That's actually going to be the title of, that's probably going to be the title of my project.
Okay. Yo, you heard it here first, you know?
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. Hey, okay.
Yes,
yo, whoever gave that answer, you know, just help with the new project idea.
Yes,
you know. But yeah, I want to thank you again for coming on. I guess this is the end of the segment and the end of the podcast.
No, I want to thank you, man. This was I had fun, man. It was you guys asked like the proper questions. It was more like we were having a conversation, So I like that.
We really appreciate you coming on and taking your time to talk to us again, bro. We really appreciate your perspective.
My pleasure.
And I think it's important to like really understand the artist, but beyond their brand and what people think of them beyond the music, And before we close it out, let's get your Instagram, your Spotify, your Apple Music.
All right. So Instagram is Mutari Music. That's Mutari Music. And then you can find me on any streaming platform, YouTube, whatever you use to listen to your music. You just type in Mutari and I'll appear.
Okay. Yeah, and you can follow us at Cypher Pod on Instagram and Tiger Eye Productions to see the and you can find the audio visuals of the podcast on Tiger Eye Productions on YouTube, and you can follow me and that_guy_OllyaWood on Instagram. Peace,
yes, sir.
And make sure you stay connected